Hey, what's good, family? Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing good on this Saturday afternoon. It's rare that I come on here on Saturdays, but I felt the need to talk about this topic. It's something that's dear to me and that I feel real passionate about. But in any event, before I get into that, I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful weekend thus far. Hope you had a blessed and wonderful week. Hope everything's going well. Hope y'all are doing well out there. And the likelihood that you're having one of those days, even on the weekend, because we know that this life don't take no breaks. It don't matter if it's a weekend, a holiday, your birthday, no matter what day. This life don't take no breaks. You know, with dealing you a bad hand or blows. So if you're having one of those days, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So, a judge has allowed colleges to pay their athletes. Schools are not free. This is an article on ESPN. Schools are not free to begin paying their athletes directly, marking the dawn of a new era in college sports brought about by a multi-billion-dollar legal settlement that was formally approved on Friday. Judge Claudia Wilkin approved a deal between the NCAA, its most powerful conferences, and lawyers representing all Division One athletes. The House versus NCAA settlement ends three separate federal antitrust lawsuits, all of which claim the NCAA was illegally limiting the earning power of college athletes. I ain't got no problem with that. I borrowed that from Willie D, so that's not my original, thing. But I'm just borrowing it from brother Willie D. Shout out to him for doing that. The clapping and the pointing. I ain't got no problem with that. But in any event, I don't have no problem with that. And I've said this for years, for decades. College athletes should be paid by the universities. They should be paid by the universities. The Fab Five, Chris Webber, Rose, Jawan Howard, Ray Jackson, Jimmy King, they should have been paid by the University of Michigan. Hell, Glenn Rice, Ramil Robinson, Terry Mills, Lloyd Vault, Gary Grant, the late Roy Tarpley, Sean Raspert, Michigan State, Steve Smith, Magic Johnson, Greg Kelser, who's known as Special K. All these athletes, Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, Brad Doherty, Kenny Smith, the late great Lynn Bias, um, Calbert Cheney. I'm gonna go back further than that. Isaiah Thomas, one of my favorite basketball players, probably my favorite. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, yes, Kent Benson, um, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, all these great college athletes, Reggie Bush, Tom Brady, Charles Woodson, all these great athletes should have been getting paid. I'm doing good, brother Steph. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Michael Jordan should have been paid. Yup. Salute to you for tuning in. Thank you, good brother. I'm doing good. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, um, my God, Kareem, going back to the 60s, Spencer Haywood, all these great athletes, all these great athletes. It's so many to name in college football, college basketball, college baseball, but particularly college football and college basketball, because we know those are the money makers. So many athletes. I mentioned just a few, but like you have Hall of Famers: Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Shaq, Allen Iverson, Tom Brady, Charles Woodson, Deion Sanders, Warren Moon, Doug Williams, all these great Chris Mullin, all these great athletes should have gotten paid. Could you imagine? I wonder if we could look up over the last 40 years, not for over the last 45 years, maybe let's just say last 50 years. Last 50 years. How much do y'all think that these universities have made off these athletes? I'm just gonna go. We could go with base. We're not gonna go with baseball, but we could go with college baseball because you had the great Barry Bonds. You had the great Mark McGuire. But we're not going to touch on baseball. We're just going to touch on college football and college basketball. Over the last 50 years, since 1975, year before I was born, how much do you think that these universities have made of all these athletes? Never mind the ones who have gone on to go pro and become Hall of Famers, but even the ones who, were great in high school, they were good in college, but they weren't good enough to get to the pro level in college football, college basketball. How much do you think they made of all these athletes? I'm gonna say in the trillions too. I'm gonna say in the trillions. It's gotta be. Over the last 50 years, all these athletes in college basketball, college football. We're not gonna touch on college baseball or college hockey. We could go there too. But we know that the money makers out of the PWI, private white institutions, their money makers are college football and college basketball. So let's just concentrate on those two sports. Over the last 50 years, I dare say it's in the multi trillions. In the multi trillions. But this, from what I read in this article, they're going back from 2016 to the present. So they're making this retroactive for 9 years. So that means Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, who else? Dante DiVincenzo. I'm thinking of Cole Anthony from who went to North Carolina. Kobe White. I think he went to North Carolina. I'm thinking of the Wagner brothers who played at Michigan. All these college athletes, and even in college football, you had what's my man name? Aiden Hutchinson, Justin Fields, CJ Stroud, um, Roman Wilson for Michigan. What's the runner? Not Donovan Edwards. Blake Corum. All these athletes in college basketball and college football over the last 9 years, that's in the billions alone from 2016. So it's going to be retroactive. So all these players that are in the pros, they're going to get their money retroactive, retroactively, I should say, and the ones who didn't make it pro. who didn't make it to the pros. And it's about damn time that this happened. It's long overdue. I know the people are gonna say the pushback, well, these young men are going to college to get an education. You shouldn't get paid to get an education. But let's keep it 1,000 on here. Are they really getting an education? You can get an education anywhere, anytime, any place. You can. There are people going back to school in their 50s, their 60s even. All these people making this bread off of these young black men, a lot of them young black men from the hood. Let's keep it a buck. Everybody that got paid, but these young black men and their families. So, but they're getting an education. Can I ask you a question? Oh, before I actually get into my question, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. My question is this: how many people have y'all seen that have degrees who are unemployed? They have a degree, but they can't get a job. They I've met plenty of people, especially um during the housing bust of 2008 and years after, who were in the unemployment line with me, who were have bachelor's degrees, associates, brilliant people. One brother I met was going for his doctorates. Even one, I met one brother who had a master's degree working at Wendy's. I forgot what field of study he was in. I will never forget it. It was when I was living in Tampa. It was back in 2009. Yeah. I had gone to Wendy's and the brother walked that was working the drive-through had a master's degree. I forgot when what field of study it was. But he just looked so disheveled and depressed. And that stuck with me. And I said, brother, are you okay, man? He said, I gotta work this job. He said, I can't get a job in my field of study and I have a master's degree, but I have to feed my family working at damn Wendy's. I will never forget that. A master's degree. I say all that to say this: education does not pay the bills. Education does not take care of your family or put food on the table. That's real. I'm not saying don't get an education. Let me be very clear about that. Get your education. That's important. But in a proper perspective, making money, generating family wealth, income, that is what's going to sustain you in this life. I'm keeping it real. I know people are going to push back on me on this, and they have in the past, and so be it. But let's keep it real. We got to stop lying to ourselves. Education does not guarantee you a house with 10 bedrooms, with a picket fence, and all this American dream BS it's not. No, no. And as Black people, we got to be honest with ourselves. Yes, it's great to get an education. It is. I'm not knocking it. I'm getting an education right now. I'm not knocking it. Get your education. Get that degree. But always remember this: you never have a second chance to make good money. It doesn't come around that often. The chance to make money the right way doesn't come around that often. But the chance to get an education, you have plenty of opportunities to get an education. You do. I've got more of education from YouTube videos, including your videos. Brother, I thank you for that. Thank you for that compliment. All praises due to Allah. All praises are due to Allah. Thank you so much, Brother Steph, for saying that. You know, man, I try my best on here. Um, Try to educate the people. If I did, I just educate one person, then I thank Allah for that, because it's not me, it's through the grace of Allah that's allowing me to do this. So, brother, I thank you for saying that to me. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If my videos educate y'all, then I thank y'all. Brother Steph said mine do. So, brother, I thank you. Salute, brother. Salute. You're a real one. But yeah, so you don't have an opportunity to make money the right way, millions of dollars. Should our young men just concentrate on sports? No. I think we should go in other aspects. Um, Go into plumbing, go into the tech field, especially now, plumbing, carpentry. Make that a business. We need plumbers. We need HVAC. We need these career fields. Everyone is not going to be the next LeBron James or Lamar Jackson. I say LeBron, he popped in my head, but I really Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Not everybody's going to be these guys, but for the ones who do make it, I'm not hating on them. All I'm saying is create wealth within your family. Create wealth in your family. Take care of your family. Take care of your community, and marry a black woman. I'm, I just have to put it. Marry a black woman, because she's going to inherit your wealth when you're gone. Generational wealth. Marry a black woman. But I'm just saying, it's. I'm glad that this is finally happening. I'm glad I'm able to witness it, and it's long overdue. This should have happened maybe 60 years ago, let alone 30. I wish this was retroactive to 1966 instead of 2016, because the Fab Five would have gotten paid. Larry Johnson, those players on UNLV, Reggie Bush, that USC team that he was on, all these athletes, Bo Jackson, all these athletes would have got their bread. Eric Dickerson, all these great athletes. Walter Payton's children, I'm sure they would have inherited his money. I would hope they would have. Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic, Larry Bird, all these great players would have got their money. They're just due. You know why Isaiah Thomas went pro? Do y'all know the real reason why Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, number 11 on the Detroit Pistons, not the Isaiah Thomas who played for the Boston Celtics, who's ironically enough named after Isaiah Thomas that played for the Detroit Pistons. You know why he went pro? The reason why Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, number 11 on the Pistons, the reason why he went pro is because his mother and his siblings were living in squalor on the west side of Chicago. They were living in a tenant in a it's kind of like an apartment, but not an apartment building, but like a tenement. It was they didn't live in a full house. They lived upstairs, but they lived in a building. Wasn't an apartment building, but they were living in squalor. This was while he was playing at the University of when he was playing at Indiana University in Bloomington. While he playing for Bobby Knight, his family is living in squalor. Mama's they're dirt poor. He said, "No, I'm gonna go pro." He went pro and he changed the lives of his mother and his siblings. Right on, Isaiah. Oh, and by the way, he got his degree 6 years after going pro. He went pro in 1981, was drafted number 2 by the Detroit Pistons, my Detroit Pistons. 6 years later, in 1987, he received his degree in criminal justice. I think it was his bachelor's degree. So don't tell me you can't get an education. The day he was supposed to graduate from Indiana University, the Pistons had a playoff game against the Atlanta Hawks. Isaiah Thomas' mother, the late Mary Thomas, walked across stage in a cap and gown and received her son's um, college diploma. If that is not touching, I don't know what is. In 1987, I remember that. I remember it like it was yesterday. Vince Carter, um, the Toronto Raptors were playing the 76ers in the second round of the playoffs in 2001. He received his degree. Wait a minute, did he get receive this degree? Yeah, I think he missed the game. I have to fact check myself on this, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he missed the game against the Sixers to get his degree from North Carolina, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. He got Isaiah Thomas' mother walked across there to get her son's college degree. That is touching. Also, he did play. Okay, thank you, brother Steph. So Vince Carter graduated, got his degree, and I think yeah, he played against the Sixers and missed a game-winning shot. Yup, sure did. That was a great Toronto. That Toronto Raptors team was good. But I digress. I don't want to get into that right now because that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, my point in saying this is that you can always get your college degree. I think Magic went back to Michigan State and got his college degree, got his degree. You could always go back and get an education, get your diploma, get your degree, whatever. You could always go back, get that degree. Always go back. You could always go back and get your degree. Don't let no one fool you and tell you that you can't. But you never have the opportunity to make money the way that these brothers have made money over the years. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It don't come twice. You could always get an education. Always go back and get your education. But money, it's so hard in this life. There are many people who have degrees, and I think about all the student debt that people have gotten just to get that degree. And they hope to get a job in their field, a career in their field of study, but it's not enough to pay for the student loan debts. They still in debt. But they got an education, though. They got the degree, but they're still in debt. Now, to lust after money is wrong. There's nothing wrong with money. I like money. We all like money. If y'all don't like money, then give me I'm gonna give you my account number. Give me your we could exchange numbers. I give my account information and the money that you hate, that you don't like, you can give it to me. If you hate money, money's evil. It's evil. I hate money. Then I'm gonna give you my phone number. We'll exchange numbers and we'll work out a transaction where I could benefit off the money that you hate so much. How about that? Yeah, that's what I thought. No one hates money. Now to love it, to lust after it is wrong. To go out here and hurt somebody and kill somebody over money, that's just plain wicked. But you like money because money allows you to do things. It allows you to pay off debt. It allows you to pay your bills. It allows you to get food. It allows you to go entertain yourself, go to the movies, go to an amusement park, go on vacation. You can't do that without money. You can't do any of these things without money. What you gonna do it off your good looks? If that was the case, I'd be a multi-billionaire right now. Hey, I'm tooting my own horn. Yes, I'm a good-looking brother. I'm not being conceited, but I think I'm a good-looking brother. I could hold my own. So yes, I'm tooting my own horn. Toot toot. So no, I'm not being conceited. But we can't get these things off of our good looks or off of our personality. I mean, let's be real. We can't. So it takes money. It requires money to go to Hawaii, to go to Europe, to go to Africa. It requires money. Um, you want to take your children to Disney World, Disneyland, Great Adventure, whatever, all these amusement parks. That takes money. Go see family members. Go to family reunions. That takes money. You got credit card bills to pay off. Bills, a light bill due, telephone bill due. That takes money. You need to buy groceries. That takes money. Car needs fixing. That takes money. Need to buy a new car. That takes money. Y'all see what I'm saying? So don't let no one fool you. There are plenty of people who are educated who don't have a car, who are homeless, and who are starving on the street, but they have a college degree. There's plenty of them out here. Don't let no one fool you. A college degree does not guarantee you um, um, that you're going to make it in this life, that you're going to reap the benefits. It takes a collective effort. Education alone is not going to get it. It's just not. Jeremy Meeks, yeah, I remember him. But hey, so I'm glad that this judge, that this happened. Kudos to this judge. Kudos. This should have happened This should have been the case 60 years ago. All these athletes, I mean, I just think about it. Like Dick Butkus, all these great athletes, the late great Dick Butkus, the late great Bubba Smith, all these great athletes, all through the years, where the universities made money off of them and they didn't get a dime. The reason why Chris Webber, who I know personally, I know his family, I went to school with them. The reason why he left the University of Michigan to go pro was because he saw his jersey hanging up at a store in Ann Arbor, at a Foot Locker or whatever store it was in Ann Arbor, and he was like, "I don't even have money to buy my own jersey." And that from that moment on, he went decided to go pro. Mitch Albom told that story. Mitch Albom writes for the Detroit Free Press, um, sports reporter. It's crazy. And these schools are getting billions of dollars, like the University of Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Can't believe I said that those two words out, but it is what it is. USC, UCLA, University of Florida, University of Texas. All these they're making billions. Their endowments are in the billions. Billions. We're not talking HBCUs that's holding on by a shoestring, which is a crime, by the way. And I'm gonna do another video about that too. That's a crime. HBCUs holding on by a shoestring. They're on a shoestring budget. That is absolutely insane. But I'm gonna get into that in another video. But these PWIs, private white universities, the North Carolinas, the Dukes, University of Virginia, University of Maryland, Penn State, Michigan State, their endowments are in the billions, y'all. The billions. And yet these athletes, oh boy, it's something. Everyone has gotten paid off these young men. I'm gonna go back. My grandma used before she transitioned said that when college wasn't paying these athletes, athletes was new. It was the new slavery. It is. Your late grandmother, may Allah be pleased with her. She was correct. It was slavery, the new slavery. She was absolutely right. The field hands, everyone gets paid, but the field hands. The networks got paid. The universities got paid. Lord knows the coaches got paid. Everyone got paid. Everyone got paid. But the players, you buy them some food or you give them $50. You wanna put the school on probation for a decade or for a lifetime. But everyone got paid. The boosters got paid. Everybody, the coaches making millions of dollars. They're multi-millionaires coaching college athletes. Make that make sense. Coach K made his living, got rich on coaching young black men. The late Bobby Knight, the late Dean Smith, they got rich off of coaching young black males. It's crazy, absolutely insane. And while I'm on this topic, before I hop off of here, So with this being the case, with the judge allowing athletes to allowing college to pay them directly, they should rescind the ban on the Fab Five. Bring those banners back. Bring that all everything they accomplished. Bring it back, including their wins. Those 2 years, those 3 years, 92, 93, 94. All those wins, all in the Brian Ellerby era in 97, 98, 99. Bring those wins back. I think they won the NIT one of those years. Bring that championship back. All those wins that the NCAA vacated from the University of Michigan basketball team, they need to bring them. They need to bring them back. They need to rescind it. Rescind everything. The ban. It's been 30 damn years. Over 30 years. My God. Even the Brian Ellerby era, that's been 30 years. Damn near close to it. All these infractions were in the 90s. 30 years ago, 3 decades. Rescind it. Rescind all of this. It's insanity that y'all keep it going. Rescind it. Do the right thing, NCAA. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Michigan fan, but right is right and wrong is wrong. They paid the price. It's time to rescind it. It's been 30 years. My God. I told you I'm passionate about this and it gets me worked up. But in any event, I'm gonna hop off of here. I hope I was able to get my point across clearly. Hope y'all knew where I was coming from. So drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. We don't have to agree, especially on topics like this. I know I'm going to get some pushback, and I know there are going to be people who disagree with me. I'm cool with that. But let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, especially on topics such as this. In our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That will get you nowhere. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it. Let's let it flood the algorithm. Support my YouTube channel and my future projects. It'd be greatly appreciated. I need y'all love and support, and I cannot do any of these without y'all love and support. So please continue to support your brother and show the love. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So whether it's the weekend, so a lot of y'all are off, whether you out enjoying the weather, out with your family, going to work, even coming home from work, whatever the case may be. School is out in many parts of the country because it's summer vacation. You're starting your vacation, whatever the case may be. Running errands. We know on the weekends we like to run a lot of errands because a lot of us are off of work, or so have you. Whatever the case may be, whatever you may be doing, beware and be aware. This devil is not playing out here. So be always on alert. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Inshallah. Have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum. Love y'all.